Okay. Boom, boom. Da 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 da. Hey. Da 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 da. Ah. Da 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 da. Ooh. Da 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 dun dun dun. Go, let's go. Da 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 da. Hey. Da da da. Hey, so look, chap. Look, the original plan today was supposed to be doing something gaming related, but then something had happened to me. Something that was, unexpected, some may say. When I woke up with like my throat in shambles. And I'm like, what? When you think of someone's throat being in shambles, you typically only think of two things. One, you think of someone just absolutely delivering the meanest gulp that you'll ever see. Just absolutely devouring the peen. You think of, oh my goodness, so long, 45 seconds, you haven't came up for air yet. You're not going to survive the next day, right? The next thing you think of is, oh, someone just, you know what I'm saying? Someone like cutting your neck. That's what I think of. You know what I mean? And since that was what was on my mind, I'm like, okay, I think I'm in the mood for something a little bit more spooky, something a little bit more scary, but real at the same time, because this throat pain is real. It's real. You know what I'm saying? No country. But anyways, how are y'all doing, chat? Y'all doing good? What are you saying? I'm yapping. No, I'm giving an astute explanation. What are you talking about? I'm talking about this throat pain. Right? Chat, also, come Thursday, I won't be able to really stream Thursday to Sunday because I'm going to a convention. So yeah. Anyways, let's get into this video. Incest murders, the most horrific story you've ever heard. EW story time and crime documentary. Oh, incest murders. Like, what does that mean though? Like, oh, wait, hold up. We get subtitles as soon as we click on the video. He choked his baby. Okay. Okay, that's an aggressive start.
He killed his baby.
Yeah, that's very aggressive.
And he's in the house. Okay, you said that he told you he killed his baby. Okay, ma'am, listen to me. What's your name?
Okay.
When an adopted daughter decided to reconnect with her biological parents, she had no idea that it would be the worst decision of her life.
All right.
Although she may have been looking for a rekindled relationship with her family, that relationship would take
$9.99. Sup, monkey.
Big Blaze, I'm gonna have something big and that starts with a B and yo butt if you keep talking to me like that, okay? So I hope you watch yourself. Because it's not safe around these parts for you.
Disturbing turn for the worse. What is up, Ewu crew?
Hey, Ewu!
Today we will be following the
Are you part of Ewu crew? Ewu! Come on, say it with me now. Ewu! Oh, I'm squatted up. We're a gang.
Destructive series of events that turned a man into a cold-blooded killer.
Okay.
They say blood is thicker than water, but when it comes to this case, it will be proven that
but money's thicker than blood, you know what I'm saying? It's all about that cash flow, baby.
Father doesn't always know best. Let's get into it. As a young man in his early 20s, Stephen Pladel groomed an underage girl from San Antonio he had met over the internet.
That is a strong start. That's like the go-to when people talk about you. Like, that's the go-to part of your character. That's the first thing they think. That is a strong start. Okay.
He decided to make the trek from his home in New York all the way down to Texas to meet the young girl.
Okay.
The year was 1995, and the girl was 15-year-old Alyssa. The pair's parents didn't stand in the way of their union, even though Alyssa was still a child at the time.
So there was just no responsible adults in this situation. From top to bottom, every adult here was just, okay.
The two continued their relationship, and Alyssa soon became pregnant just 2 years after meeting Stephen.
Fantastic.
On a January day in 1998, the young 17-year-old Alyssa went into labor and, together with her soon-to-be husband Stephen, welcomed a little girl into the world.
Aww.
Alyssa allegedly witnessed Stephen physically abusing their infant daughter.
Never mind. Like, he don't do no smooth transitions. This man went from they welcomed a baby into the world. The dad was beating it. Like, I'm sorry, huh?
Who they named Denise. According to Alyssa, he would pinch Denise so hard that he would leave bruises all over the defenseless baby's body.
Oh.
If that wasn't enough, she claimed that Stephen would even trap the baby in a cooler and diabolically wait until almost all the oxygen had run out before releasing her.
How would he know when the oxygen ran out? Are you sure he just wasn't playing Russian roulette? Oh, maybe this time's the time. Let's see if you can survive today, baby. It's kind of like when you have a bunch of kids and you're trying to find the strongest one, so you put them into a test. For example, like when they all start crawling, you put them into like a field of snakes, and whichever kid's the last one standing, you actually take your time to raise that one. All the other kids, if they're even alive, you just throw them out or something.
But these were sadly only just a few of the alleged abuses his daughter would experience at her father's hands. Fed up, Alyssa stepped in and did one of the hardest things a mother could.
$4.99. Hello, my big black banana eater monkey face.
I've never eaten a banana before. And I'm not big. I'm average size, buddy. I'm 5'9". Sadly, there's nothing big about me. I'm unbelievably average. But at least I have one thing, and that's All Might. Oh, I'm sorry.
Could arguably do. She decided to give her baby up for adoption so that her 8-month-old could live and be happy.
Wait, hold up. Why didn't she just, call the police?
The child donated 65 Swedish kronor.
Wait, you're the child?
I am back.
Are you doing better? Oh, I sure hope so. But why didn't she call CPS? As a mother, it's not really that hard to get custody of your child and full custody. And where were the parents that they just didn't help? They just didn't care. She's adopted. No, what are you talking about? She's not adopted. The kid isn't adopted.
Stephen and Alyssa's daughter Denise was adopted by Anthony and Kelly Fusco,
Anthony
who were
and Kelly.
described as very kind and open-hearted people.
Nice.
They renamed the baby Katie, and she was sent to live with them in their happy.
Okay, I think we got off to. Yeah, this is a horrible start for this baby. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. First physical abuse, and now you're getting abused by your name. Katie? You know what I think of? Katie and Sadie. Total Drama Island. And now I'm getting pissed off.
Home in Dover, New York. There, Katie would grow up to become an artistic young lady on her way to college. All the while, her birth parents, Stephen and Alyssa Pladel, remained together and had another daughter.
I'm sorry, wait. You watched this man abuse your baby and said, you know what? Maybe that baby just had some demons in it. Let's try for number 2. Maybe the second one around he'll be better. Is that what I just heard? Maybe I didn't hear that correctly. Maybe I didn't hear that right.
Birth parents, Steve, on her way to college. All the while, her birth parents, Stephen and Alyssa Pladel, remained together and had another daughter nearly 10 years after giving up Katie for adoption.
They were together for 10 more years? Was there anything that man could do that y'all would split up over? Was there anything? I don't know, man. If I saw someone, if I was with somebody and they abused children, I think I'd leave, but that's just me. I don't know if that's a deal breaker for everybody, but that's a big deal breaker to me.
Alyssa felt that they were older now and more mature, and therefore more capable of raising children. They had a total of 2 children, both daughters. While the couple raised their 2 girls, tension between the pair increased.
Oh,
Alyssa
really?
said her ill-tempered husband's behavior continued throughout their marriage.
Oh, what a
saying
shocker.
he would destroy things in the home when he was upset, punching holes in the walls.
I'm guilty of putting a hole in the wall,
The
but
Mean
I blame it on the
Whitey
wall.
donated $4.99. If you were in Dragon Ball Z, you would be Black Arrow.
That was such a bad joke. I almost banned you just for committing the joke. But yeah, you know, I'll put a hole in the wall, man. I blame it on the wall though for being so paper thin. You know what I'm saying? I was home alone. I was watching an NFL game, and one of the most tragic losses I've ever seen in my life happened to my team. I was walking up the steps, and I just, yee. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm a petite male. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that much force behind my punch or my shove or whatever I did to the wall. So I blame the wall. You know, I think America's infrastructure in housing is gone so downhill because how do I put a hole in a wall? That don't even make sense, right? So that's all I got to say.
Making matters worse was the claim that Stephen could not hold a steady job for
You kind of like Cody Co, no? Am I tweaking? I don't know. I haven't looked at Cody Co enough.
nearly 8 years, leaving the burden of providing for him and their
He
2
hasn't
children
had a job for 8 years, but you said y'all are mature enough to have children? I blame the parents.
on Alyssa's shoulders. Stephen's unpredictability caused great concern for his wife. Alyssa would later describe Stephen's true character by saying, "I was always on eggshells. Whatever his mood was, everybody knew, and that mood was often not happy. A lot of yelling, a lot of things smashed in the house in front of our kids." Joy returned to Stephen and Alyssa when they received a notification on their social media accounts. It was from their firstborn, Katie, who was now 18 years old.
Oh no.
She had turned to the internet to help her track down her biological parents
Oh no.
and was successful in locating them.
Oh no.
After trading messages,
Swedish kroner. Who's Katie?
This is Katie. Right here. Maybe if you were paying attention to the story.
Paige Duff S donated $4.99. Hi Father Waka, I am the hole you put a fist into smiling face.
You can fit a fist? Like it fits? That's impressive. I'm gonna have to see to you later.
Katie changed her plans of studying art in college. Instead, she moved down to Henrico, Virginia, to live with her newly
Where?
found biological parents and younger sisters.
Wait. Why? Why? What did your? Why would you? What? No, that isn't. Why would you leave your old parents to live huh?
Katie's adoptive parents were wary of the arrangement, but decided that she was old enough to make her own decisions.
Did you at least tell her she was like what they did to her as a child, or did no one know until after the fact?
Familial
What?
bonds were formed, but Katie's arrival would only push Stephen and Alyssa's
That was
marriage further apart.
A terrible decision.
Stephen's behavior changed whenever he was around his daughter.
Does she look like Gibby? No, she looked like. Oh my God, she looks like a Disney actor. I can't remember his name.
$4.99. Can you watch SpongeBob Conspiracy Stories by Horror Shorts Party after this?
No,
Vids, bro.
no, they don't like people reacting to their stuff. Chat, she looked like somebody, right? She looked like, who does she look like? Oh my God, she looked like a Disney actor though. Oh my goodness. I have his face. I have his face
The
in my
child
head. I just
donated
don't know. I don't know
65
their
Swedish
names.
kroner. Use this to buy water.
iCarly. Let me look at a grown picture of Gibby right now. Gibby today. No, it's not Gibby. It's not Gibby. Oh my goodness. Olivia Rodrigo. What are you talking about? Man, that's gonna upset me. Upset me. I can't. Oh, that's gonna irk me. That's gonna irk me, bro. Hannah Montana? The guy from Good Luck Charlie? Not the dad. Good Charlie. Good Luck Charlie cast. Yes. Yes. I think this is the guy who came to mind. She looked like him. Yep, that's close enough for me. Yep, y'all are siblings.
Katie. Alyssa even pointed out that Stephen attempted to make himself look younger by shaving his beard and changing up his wardrobe.
Why?
Noticing the growing kinship between Katie and Stephen, Alyssa felt the need to disclose to Katie the abuse she had suffered at the hands of her father.
Oh wow, why didn't you tell her before, she arrived? No, you don't go talking crap about the abuse he caused when you're still with him and you still had children afterwards. You don't get that right. What? Okay.
When she was an infant. But the news didn't faze Katie. Instead, the father and daughter grew even closer.
What is going on?
Things between Stephen and Katie took an awkward turn when the 40-year-old started sleeping on the floor of Katie's bedroom.
Yo, kid, I don't understand how many red flags need to occur. I don't understand. I don't get it.
Growing concerned by the situation, Alyssa asked Stephen why he felt the need to sleep in her room. He became confrontational and stormed out of the house. Stephen's affection for his daughter had transcended normalcy.
Oh, great.
They had fallen in love.
What?
In November of 2016, still unaware of her husband's and daughter's intimate relationship, Alyssa moved out and filed for a divorce from Stephen. They split the custody of their 2 younger daughters, and Katie stayed in the home with...
So this is her biological mom. All of this is so broken. There's too many broken families going on right now. I don't know which pair of parents failed first. Their parents failed them. Bro. And the idiocy must be biological because it fell down to her. What is going on?
Stephen. Now with nothing in their way, Stephen and Katie continued their incestuous relationship. It wouldn't be until the following May when Alyssa would finally realize the extent of the affection between her now ex-husband and their oldest daughter.
How did it take you that long? He was sleeping on her floor. That's weird enough. That's weird enough for me to assume all the worst.
It was a bombshell journal entry that...
Whose handwriting is this? Okay, this lets me know everything. This lets me know that I don't think they had proper schooling. Because my handwriting doesn't look this bad. And my handwriting is horrid. Garbanzo. Let's read this. Katie is my big sir. I really freaking love her. I what? No, when I woke up lame. Okay, this is ridiculous. The hallways Ains or before she said, "Hey Sam," me in my head. Oh my God, She said my name. I would get very. But what did. Every time she would have to train back to me. Loved how the kind of.
65 Swedish
What
kronor.
are they saying?
I am jerking.
To what? Words? Ink and paper? You would have gone crazy in the 1600s. That's all they had. Kind of skinny areas and had smaller breasts. Okay, I also love how she was kind of skinny in areas and had smaller breasts. Got you. Okay. But how she is pregnant and gained weight, and my dad calls her body also his baby. What? What the hell am I reading? Did he make her pregnant? My dad even says she is my stepmom. WTF. He doesn't even want me to call her sister. Okay. Oh. Okay, this is one of the little sisters. Okay, it's my big sis. That's what that says. Okay, now the handwriting makes sense. Got you.
The child
And
donated
she found
65
and the
Swedish kronor. No to you.
and the daughter that stayed back is writing down. This is her journal saying, "Oh, all this has happened." Okay, this is okay, because he still kept one of the children, I think. He doesn't even want me to call her sister anymore. Katie is my sister. She's probably his wife. How? But in nature, she'll only be my sister. Does she see me as a daughter or a sister? Katie now tells me sometimes to get the F up.
That detailed the unnatural relationship. The entry was written by Stephen and Alyssa's 11-year-old daughter. The young girl wrote, "Katie is pregnant. Dad says they feel like couples. Did they get a little too drunk that night? My dad is..."
Is a what? What's an SIAT? What does SIAT mean? Hold on. Hey, chat, y'all want to go to EtchyCon? EtchyCon is basically where horny cosplayers go. I can't really show y'all anything, but like I go into the website, I see like bondage and whatnot. I was just curious. Anyways, what was I looking up? Oh, SIAT. No, it's not edgy. It's etchy. It's the hold up. It's the genre of anime that lets you know that there's going to be breasts just bouncing around everywhere. Okay, that's not a word. I looked up satiety and it says stuck in a tree. So let me look up etchy for y'all so y'all can like fully understand what I mean. So it's ECCHI. Right. Ecchi is a slang term in Japanese language for playful sexual actions. As an adjective, it is used to with the meaning sexy, dirty, or naughty. I don't think I can show y'all any examples of ecchi. Prison school is hilarious, though. Okay, let's get back to this. Okay, what does it say? My dad is, always looks... Okay.
Adding, "He's Satan. He's Satan. He'll go to hell, but he won't be the one getting tortured. He'll be the one torturing people."
What the hell?
In the journal, the young girl drew pictures of both her dad and sister, portraying them as demons. The entry concluded with, "Wait one."
$4.99. Waka, I use you as my femboy toy on Character A.
What does that even mean? Like
Smiling
you,
face with hearts.
like did you, oh, as your femboy toy and character IO? Oh, okay. All right. Anyways, yeah, chat, watch Prison School. Not with your parents around, but I'm telling you, it's one of the funniest pieces of media you'll ever watch. You know, don't judge a book by its cover. That Prison School is absolutely hilarious. Second off, you said you used me as a femboy toy on character. What does that even mean? Like, you can't use me as a toy if I'm on character AI. I thought you were going to say that you printed on my face or something and you like put it in a Pringles can and adjusted the paper to make it like a fleshlight. Anyways, you have an 11-year-old describing someone as Satan. That is crazy. This feels like it's out of like a video game
1 second.
or a horror movie.
If he's Satan and Katie is a human, then the baby will be half demon. Horrified about learning of the twisted love affair and the pregnancy,
Is she spitting?
Alyssa later recounted, "I lost it. I started screaming. I felt like I was going to throw up."
Why didn't you do that when he was abusing your baby 18 years ago? Why was you not screaming and throwing up then? You're tweaked out because he's having sex with her. You should have been tweaked out when he was, man.
She then said that she immediately called and confronted her deranged ex about it. He responded, "I thought you knew. We're in love." Alyssa replied, "How could you? You're sick. She's a child." Alyssa tried to save her daughter once again by calling the police to report the now known incest.
Oh, the police. So you do know 911. Okay. It must have 911 must have not existed 18 years ago. That must have been what it was. Yeah, I think 911 didn't exist yet.
Although police interviewed the two younger daughters, neither Stephen nor Katie were placed under arrest, and they continued living together under the same roof.
What do you
on the warm
like? What would they been arrested for? Incest? Can you get charged with incest? Can you get charged with incest? If you think it could be serious, ask and call an emergency service or someone you trust. Incest isn't serious, bro. It's a joke. Everyone does incest on accident. Can you get charged with incest?
Swedish kroner. I am hard.
Yes, you can get charged with incest, but penalties, but it can range from a few years in prison to life in prison. Life in prison for incest? Okay, that's kind of extreme. That's kind of extreme. I'm not going to lie to you. Life in prison is kind of crazy. But that's neither here or there.
Summer day of July 20th, Stephen and Katie decided
they put incest on the same level as murderers. Come on now.
Their relationship to the next level. They traveled to Maryland to get married. Father and daughter marriages are not legal in the state of Maryland.
Oh, shocker.
So the couple lied about being related on their marriage application.
Even more of a shocker.
And as a result, were able to legally tie the knot. As if the wedding wasn't already
what about her other
enough,
family?
In attendance were Stephen's mother, Grace, alongside Katie's adoptive parents.
So everyone just sucks? Have we ran into a responsible adult yet? Have we not seen one? It's generations and generations of irresponsibility. We must be in no, they were in New York to Texas, right? I think she was in Texas. Y'all be incesting in Texas? See, I'm glad I didn't go to DreamCon this year. I don't know what y'all doing down there in Texas, y'all little freaks.
Anthony and Kelly Fusco. They can be seen in many disturbing photos, smiling and appearing to enjoy the wedding, alongside Stephen and a very pregnant Katie. Apparently, Anthony and Kelly Fusco only attended because they felt that all they could do at that point was support their adopted daughter in her decision once again. A few short months later, on September 1st...
I don't even think I could show up. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna be so real. I don't think I would be able to show up.
2017.
The
Katie
child
gave
donated
birth to a
65 Swedish kroner. Billie Jean.
It's not my lover. She's just a girl. That's why I am the one. The kid's is not my son.
baby boy, whom they named Bennett. However,
And
the
y'all have
happiness of their
horrible
new
naming
marriage and
choices.
young son didn't last long.
Oh, really?
Stephen and Katie were arrested 4 months later in January
For what?
and extradited back to Virginia.
They came from Virginia. Oh, it makes sense. I forgot that was their origin land. Oh my God, bro. Okay. If y'all don't know, when it comes to like the levels of incesticityism, it goes Alabama than Virginia for those not educated. That's what. Okay, I completely forgot about that part of the story.
Police administered DNA tests on Stephen, Katie, and their son Bennett to confirm their familial genetics. The two were officially charged with incest, adultery, and contributing to delinquency.
Incest, adultery, and consenting to delinquency. Whatever. Let's look up. Let's look up the. Which states have the most incest? Let's see what Google says. Florida has the highest rate, and Alaska has the second highest. You Floridians in chat. Because I know there's quite a few, y'all. Anything y'all want to say for yourselves? Anything y'all want to say for yourselves? I'm just saying, like...
Tuki Tilly donated $5.
Tuki what?
Yo WSG Waka.
What up, Till? And Tilly, I hope you're tilting that till for me when I'm ready to dive in and put that pill in yo. You know what I'm saying? Till. Huh? I reserved for blank. Oh, okay. They're telling me about my trip. I was so lost what they were asking me for. Oh my goodness, my fingers are bruised. That's why you gotta be.
Kylie donated $4.99. Waka a thank you for being G funny and bringing my happiness up, you dirty money. Can y'all say
Dirty
hi
money.
to Anthony?
F
The
Anthony.
child donated 65 Swedish kroner. It's fun to give you money.
I was gonna. Bro, where are you from again? South Colombia? What currency is that?
In court, Stephen Pladle's attorney tried to justify the unlawful marriage by explaining, "This case is an 18-year-old girl who shows up at the doorstep of a 40-year-old man who's going through difficult times with his wife. They have a bond because they're biologically related, but they never knew each other before they had a sexual relationship."
Then how did she get to her doorstep? Boom! Case closed.
He was head over heels in love with her, so much so that outweighed the issue of them being biologically related. Stephen
What?
was able to post bail and was released first.
What?
The judge ordered him not to leave the state of Virginia and to not have any contact with Katie.
Who kept
However,
the baby?
the court did not deny Stephen access to his son Bennett,
Oh,
who was
God.
placed in the care of Stephen's own mother, Grace.
Oh, great. That's
To leave
lovely.
the boy with Stephen's mother, who was 72, was described by Alyssa as a shocking failure. She continued,
Well, if you really want to talk about shocking failures, we can go down a whole list of them. This is a long list.
Stephen shouldn't ever have been allowed back to North Carolina, where he had access to his house, his weapons, the baby.
Huh? What he doing here? Huh? Oh, Wait, what he doing? What? Huh?
I can understand they like to put children in the hands of relatives, but not Grace. She wouldn't have been able to stop him seeing the baby even if she wanted to. Katie was later released on bail and was also ordered not to have any contact with Stephen.
We went from Virginia to Texas to New York to North Carolina.
It's Swedish money.
Oh, Swedish. Okay, so you're over there by Korea.
She decided to move back in with her adoptive parents in New York. However, Katie broke the no-contact order
Oh my God.
and called Stephen and
Shocking.
told him that she wanted to end their relationship.
I thought it was
Heartbroken,
already ended.
Stephen did not take the news well.
Wasn't it already ended?
All he had left in the world was Katie and the baby. Things then took a devastating
What happened to your 2 other children? You must have lost custody.
turn. On April 11th, 2018, Stephen went to his mother's house to pick up his infant son, Bennett, telling her that he was going to take the baby up to New York to see Katie. His mother didn't try to stop him. She couldn't have imagined that handing over the little boy would be a death sentence for the helpless child. Stephen took the boy to his home in Knightdale, North Carolina,
scary man.
where he strangled him
Where's
and
the
left his
baby?
tiny, lifeless body shuttered away in a closet.
Well, what did the baby do?
This was only the beginning of Stephen's murderous rampage.
Why?
He left the house and proceeded to drive 600 miles through the night, up to New York, where he had planned to confront Katie. In the early hours the
Why?
following morning, Stephen arrived at the home of Anthony and Kelly Fusco. He sat and patiently stalked the family from inside his blue minivan.
Okay.
He was familiar with the Fusco's family routine, and he knew they would eventually leave to visit Katie's adoptive grandmother in Connecticut.
Okay.
As expected,
Connecticut?
Katie and Anthony emerged
They
from
have
their house
footage?
and pulled out of the driveway in their Toyota pickup truck. Stephen followed closely behind in his minivan. Stephen couldn't hold back his rage any longer,
So he
and when the
floored into
Fusco's
him?
truck came to a stop, he pulled up beside them
And just
and
started
began
shooting?
firing upon them.
Oh my God.
With every shot fired, he unloaded his fury onto Katie and Anthony Fusco, killing them both in cold blood.
Happening.
An off-duty firefighter
Because he broke up with her? That's why women, you ask them, hey, can I get your number? They slide you a fake one because you say no. If you say no, they scared of getting blicked up. You know what I'm saying? That's why sometimes you get a fake number from time to time because they don't, they can't take the chance.
was there to witness the massacre and was the one to make the 911 call to first report the double
W lag. W lag. W lag. W lag. Oh my God, it's lagging so good. Oh my God, W lag. Oh my God. Oh my God, I'm creaming from all the lag. The lagging is so satisfying that it's allowing me to it's leaking. Call everyone, get your cameras out. Record is leaking. Oh my God, the lag. Oh my. Oh God, I accidentally got it on my eye. That's some W lag. I got it on my eye. Billie Jean's not my lover. She's just a girl. Oh my, I'm about to call. I'm about to. Are we back? Are you back? We back. Okay.
cold blood. An off-duty firefighter was there to witness the massacre.
I don't know if y'all heard me, but I'm like, that's why women be giving out fake numbers. They're afraid to get blicked because, you know, men can be crazy. Those are some bright blue eyes. Oh my God, you be eating Atlantis with those things? Do you see Poseidon? Tell him he still owe me a couple of trouts.
And was the one to make the 911 call to first report the double killings. The firefighter described the horrific scene to dispatchers.
911, what's the location of your emergency?
Oh.
Hello, this is Connecticut. It's on Route 7 and Route 55. Someone just went by and shot this guy in the truck.
Somebody just shot somebody in a truck?
So wait, I thought Katie was in New York. She left New York to go see her grandma? I mean, her mom. I'm so confused on the routes being taken right now.
On Route 55, sir?
Yes, right beginning of Route 55 and Route 7. It just happened. I'm a fireman out of New York. The car pulled up, went around him, shot him. Whole clip pulled into his head.
Okay, sorry. Is you still with him?
We're here at the road.
Where? Right at the intersection?
Yes, sir, right at the intersection.
Okay, sir.
He's deceased, boss. The truck's in the middle of the road.
He's dead?
Yes, sir. The brains are on the road.
And he was shot. Did you see the person who shot him?
Yeah, we pulled up. There's a whole, yes.
Who? Okay, which way did the vehicle go?
Headed toward New Milford, down Route 7.
Down Route
south.
7? What, can you describe the vehicle to me?
It's a blue minivan with, I believe, a South Carolina plate.
South Carolina plate now?
Yes,
Jesus.
sir. A light blue minivan.
Okay, sir, just stay on the line with me.
911 dispatchers soon received another phone call. This time it was Stephen's mother, Grace. In the call, Grace described what Stephen
The
had
child
just
donated
confessed to her.
65 Swedish kroner. What state do you live in?
North Dakota.
Telling dispatchers about the dead baby boy and how Stephen had killed Katie and her dad.
He killed his wife. He killed her father. And I can't even believe this is happening. He left the baby dead when he left.
Stephen's mother cried out to the dispatcher. 5 miles from the scene of Katie and Anthony Fusco's slaying, police found Stephen's vehicle, but Stephen was in no condition to be arrested.
Huh?
He had shot himself, and his motionless body sat slouched in the driver's seat of the running vehicle.
Wow.
Stephen's ex-wife, Alyssa, eventually looked back on the events and said, "It's been a difficult roller coaster of emotions because I'm so devastated by the loss of Katie and her adoptive dad and baby. But it's such a relief that I don't have to look over my shoulder anymore to see if Steve is there."
Yo, Alyssa, what the hell do you got going on? Even if that's true, keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself. Oh my God. Okay. Alyssa, you were part of the problem. You had more kids with him. You stayed. Okay. Oh, there's a storm going by, so there's lag. There's a storm going by, so it's lag. It's lagging because of the storm. The storm's going by, so there's a lag. Oh my God. Why is the storm doing this to me? The storm is causing the lag. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. The precipitation outside. It's making me wet on the inside. Oh my gosh. Garly. Man, it's getting real frisky up in here. Every time I look down and I look at my pants, I get disappointed. The size, the length, the girth is not there. It's very, very disappointing. Oh my God, the lag. Oh goodness. Oh, why? Why? Oh. You got something in your nose. Feeling like you feel yourself. In that booty is kinda and okay, we good? Okay, we good. Nice internet, bro. I can't. I said this kid, and when this shit go my you know what I'm saying? I can't even my name go by ishin me gun shit fa you know what I'm saying? Okay. So what we're about to do, we're about to check out. Okay, so there's 2 more of their videos I got picked out. So we have the teens who tortured their friend to death. Disclaimer: liability. All information is provided for entertainment purposes only. Is not to be relied on by legal advice in any matter. Just a jurisdiction, the author, and all footage not marked as actual footage in the video is dramatized for fictional and reenactment. Okay. Hit
For
us
many
with
teenagers, much of their lives are lived virtually online.
facts.
In
What is that
fact,
game?
most talk to their friends. Much of their
That's
lives
Starfield?
are lived virtually online. In fact, most talk to their friends almost entirely through text, Snapchat, and online messaging.
Or they talk to their friends like this. Where one texts and the other one just looks at them and just stares because they're just enamored by the other one's beauty.
The child donated 65 Swedish kronor.
Hey.
Can I have a free N-word pass?
We were getting intimate and you want to talk about some BS. Can I get a free cream pie pass? Like,
To them, the online world is just as real as anything else.
facts.
But it also appears to be safer.
Facts.
Online, teens can share their real thoughts without the same fear of repercussion, and they can even voice their darkest secrets.
Yeah, look at Twitter.
However, sometimes those secrets are so dark that they can't stay online forever.
Speaking of staying dark and online, I need to blow my nose. Oh my god. Wait! Is that methamphetamine? Please, inject it in my butt! Okay, so to all my fellow dingling havers in chat, I just found out that you cannot accurately aim and pee while blowing your nose. I already experimented and it does not end well, so I recommend y'all don't do that combination if you're standing and peeing. My meat currents havers, y'all don't have to worry about it unless y'all like lay down your backs and try to aim and shoot at the toilet like it's like basketball or something. Which if y'all do, I would have to give y'all credits because I mean that's kind of impressive. I mean, imagine just laying on your back. You know what I'm saying? You have to you aiming like these. Like, okay, let's get an accurate shot here. I can't afford to miss this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you do that, like, shout out to y'all. You know, I know y'all live an interesting life. And life is all about finding your purpose. Maybe your purpose is, you know, the accuracy of your pee. Who knows?
What's up, Iwu crew? Today we're going to discuss the case of a young Canadian woman who tragically met her end in the most brutal way possible. Police were baffled when a charred body was discovered hidden inside of a hockey bag.
Charred? What does
But
that
with
mean?
further investigation
Like burnt?
and over 1.4 billion pages of data transcripts, it was a clue in the popular game World of Warcraft
What?
that eventually led to her killers.
Wait, hold up. I did not listen to that correctly whatsoever. I don't think so. Huh?
And over 1.4 billion pages of data transcripts, it was a clue in the popular game World of Warcraft that eventually led to her killers. Let's get into it.
What?
Fred and Lucy Proctor started their new year off with the best gift possible in 1992.
Okay.
On January 1st, they welcomed a daughter into the world.
Aww.
They named her Kimberly.
Okay, that's not a
The
horrible
family
name.
lived in Langford, a town on Vancouver Island, just a short ferry ride from Seattle. Kimberly grew up loving animals, She raised several pets, and it seemed that she was more comfortable around her animals than with the kids her own age.
Okay.
Prone to being the victim of bullying in school, Kimberly wasn't equipped to handle the anxiety she felt in the classroom. Crammed hallways and the constant pressure from her peers led Kimberly to transition out of her school. She ended up at Pacific Christian Secondary School, an alternative high school in
65 Swedish kroner. Can I have the pass? I am giving you a lot of money.
Okay, hold up. A lot of money. 65 Swedish dollars to USD. Yeah, buddy, you're not giving enough money for that pass. I'm not gonna lie to you, bud. All right, where the N-word passes where I come from, they charge a pretty penny.
Saint R donated $10. Waka, whenever I watch you, my cheeky weekies jiggle with utter excitement. They go boing, boing, boing. Shout out to Destiny and Bianca, my favorite monkeys.
Who's Destiny and Bianca? Who's Destiny and who? Huh? Who? What? I'm glad I could make you boing boing though.
in Victoria, where they describe that their students are learning and grappling with life and learning from a Christian perspective. Unfortunately for Kimberly, all alternative students were lumped together in the classrooms, regardless of the reasons they were sent there.
Okay.
She was enrolled partly because of her anxiety, and she ended up sitting alongside students with a history of violent outbursts.
Oh, great.
Cruz Wellwood, a fellow student, was at the school because of his own history.
Okay. Yeah, Cruz. I've seen a couple of cruises at my school. Yeah, I'm okay. Okay.
History of violence. He had reportedly broken another student's nose,
great.
And on a different occasion, had hit another classmate over the head with a chain.
A chain? Like these? Or are you talking about Slade? What do you mean a chain? Who just has chains?
Cruz's tendencies were a chip off the old block. His father, who had abandoned the family when he was still a baby, is serving a life sentence for assaulting and strangling to death a 16-year-old girl when Cruz was only 7 years old.
Xander Clark donated $5. Hey Waka, guest WHO, it is I missed you.
Oh, hi Xander. Ha ha ha.
The child
Hey.
donated 65 Swedish kroner. PLs, I need it.
Cruz would later write, "I hated my father for what he did."
Fair?
He stopped replying to his father's letters at the age of 12 while living with his grandparents.
Okay.
A few years later, Cruz, whose teachers described him as, quote, anti-female,
Oh, great.
moved in with his mother, whom he constantly belittled and had reportedly hit on 2 occasions.
Oh, God, it's a little misogynist.
Another student at the school, Cameron Moffat, had been friends with Cruz since the 5th grade. The two would skip school to smoke pot and began consuming alcohol at the age of only 10. Later, their drug
What? What?
use would allegedly transition to harder drugs, such as LSD and ecstasy. Cameron was a much worse student than Cruz, passing only 5 of his classes during his 4 years in high school. But his larger stature allowed him to display dominance over Cruz by punching him. Cameron's aggression in school started in kindergarten.
From Yay
He would
High?
hit and push kids, and in middle school,
I mean,
he was
that's
suspended
normal though, as
twice.
a little boy, I guess.
In his home life, he was said to physically hurt his sister
not
and even
normal.
kicked the family dog,
Jesus!
breaking its paw
Oh
on
my
one occasion. He was eventually expelled permanently for bringing a box cutter to school and threatening his sister.
Okay, so can we like get this kid like out? Can we get him, I don't know, elsewhere?
16-year-old Cameron, 17-year-old Cruz, and 18-year-old Kimberly all hung out in the same group at their alternative high school
I forgot
and would
the name
get
of our
together
main character.
regularly
I'm
to
not gonna
smoke
lie.
pot. Kimberly began
Weren't they going to a Christian school? That's why I was like, oh God. Because this was supposed to be a Christian school. What do we got going on, bro?
dating another boy in the group, but was heartbroken when he suddenly broke off their relationship. She confided in Cruz and Cameron by messaging them both online.
Okay.
Both boys began to flirt with her. Cameron wrote to her, "There aren't many beautiful things I've seen, but I must say you are one of them."
Okay.
Although Kimberly played along with the
It's
flirtations,
donated
she ultimately declined
$4.99. Hi Wacky Poo Cookie, I'm watching you.
And I'm sniffing you.
their advances. Cruz sent messages to Kimberly saying that she made him feel honest, telling her, "You're beautiful the way you are, and I can't lie to you." Kimberly ended up going on 1 or 2 dates with Cruz, but ended things through a text message.
There's nothing I would change, 'cause you're amazing, just the way you are.
Following this, Cruz was said to torment her online for the next month.
Okay.
The longtime childhood friendship between Cruz and Cameron had gradually
5 Swedish kroner. Give it to me or else.
Please don't threaten me, man. I'm a sensitive guy. I'm a sensitive, sad, lonely guy. Please don't do it.
developed into something much darker and more violent. The two would get together to watch aggressive adult videos and would carry on conversations online fantasizing about assault.
Wait. What does aggressive adult videos mean? That's probably exactly what I'm thinking. So they were watching corny. Were they also like co-beating? Were they partner beating? Walker, what's partner beating? You're touching his and he's touching yours. And whoever finishes first is the loser. Okay? And the loser has to drink the other one's "I'm not finishing it."
They were high the majority of the time and even began experimenting with drinking blood and other bodily fluids.
Walker, what you said was weird, disgusting. That's not what they were talking about. Oh, really? Oh, really? Now what do you got to say?
The next known contact between Cruz and Kimberly happened the same night she was messaging online with
There's
Cameron.
too many names. I'm confused.
She switched between the two conversations, telling Cruz that she was surprised to hear from him.
Okay.
Cruz wrote that he wanted to apologize and
Wait,
asked
who is
Price.
she? Okay.
She switched between the two night she was messaging online with Cameron.
The partner beaters. Got
Plans
you.
the next day because he wanted to apologize and asked Kimberly if she had plans the next day because he wanted to hang out with her. He told her that he had to tell her something in person. Kimberly replied saying that it was all so sudden and she was shocked when she got his message. She asked him to call her. The two talked on the phone for about an hour, but unknown to Kimberly, during the call, Cruz merged it so that Cameron could also listen in.
Okay.
Kimberly agreed to
$5. Waka Pookie Bear, may I have the pleasure to see how great it is? I just want to see your chocolate TY cheeks bounce. I'll give you a Oreo shake. Fang donated $4.99. Hey Waka, I love our videos. I've been watching since Dio Rap Battle or the best. Please say shout out Favic. And what's your fav football team? Ravens.
My favorite football team right now is whatever team Lamar Jackson's on. I don't really care. When it comes to football, I am a follower of players, not teams. And what do you say? Shout out. You said say shout out to Killua. Shout out Killua, man.
Meet Cruz the following morning at the Langford bus exchange. During the conversation, the two boys messaged back and forth, relishing in their dark fantasies.
Oh, great.
Cruz wrote to Cameron, "I'm going to rip her nose ring out and burn it, burn her flesh." Cameron recommended, "Why not keep her bound and alive?" To which Cruz responded, "That's what I'm going to do, but I need to get her stoned first and possibly seduce her." All the while, Cruz continued to talk to Kimberly on the phone. as though nothing was wrong. On the morning of March 18th, 2010, Kimberly and her parents had a lot to celebrate.
Okay.
The previous day, they found out that she had earned enough credits to graduate from high school.
Yay!
And Kimberly was very excited about potentially beginning to volunteer.
God, my left butt cheek hurts. Oh, I need a massage. Oh, God. It's just, oh, God, it's like pulsating. Ah.
Here at an animal sanctuary. When her mother kissed her goodbye and told her she loved her before leaving for work, she expected that Kimberly would babysit later that afternoon and then return home to sew her graduation dress.
But instead,
Kimberly slipped on her black hoodie adorning the number 13 before leaving the house.
Okay.
Around 10:30 a.m. that morning, Kimberly met up with Cruz and Cameron at the Langford bus exchange as she'd planned. Cameron had entered the Canadian
Swedish kroner. PLs I am begging you, can I have it?
Chat, how much should child have to pay for the N-word pass? How much money are we putting on it? How much money? Cause you're amazing.
Xander Clark donated $5. I also want whatever the child wants. Also, may I please having daddy do waka?
What? 700, 500, 550. I'm seeing a lot of 500s. Yeah, 500 for the N-word pass. That's what we're selling it for. 500. 500 per card.
The entire home improvement store earlier that morning to purchase about $17 worth of camping fuel.
Oh, great.
The three of them talked for a bit before heading to Cruz's house on Happy Valley Road. The two boys had planned an attack on Kimberly.
What's crazy is like no one would know that they're crazy besides them because it's so easy to hide the craziness. Only they know they're crazy. It's not like there's no red flags to dodge. This is just unfortunate.
The night before, Cruz told Cameron the code phrase for when he was ready to initiate the attack. He told Cameron that when he said, "I think I'm going to make some KD," that would be the signal.
What does KD mean?
KD is a Canadian abbreviation for Kraft Macaroni and Cheese Dinner.
Y'all say KD? Man.
You better see this. I'm spending my life savings for you to know that you're my favorite YouTuber.
Hey, come here. Come here. Mwah. Don't worry. I saw it. Mwah.
It wasn't long after the three teenagers entered the house that the two boys pounced on Kimberly.
Great.
They bound and gagged her, tying her up from the wrists and ankles, shoving a sock into her mouth, and sealing it with duct tape.
All right.
For hours, they took turns assaulting and beating the helpless girl, living out the twisted fantasies they had discussed with each other before stuffing her into a freezer.
Great.
Her official cause of death was asphyxiation as she slowly and painfully ran out of oxygen inside the freezer.
Okay.
At one point during the torture, possibly while Kimberly was still alive, Cruz logged into his computer and sent her one last message, presumably trying to give himself an alibi. In the message, he asked her if she was done babysitting. While on the computer, other friends messaged Cruz after noticing that he was online. After one of these friends complained that Cruz wasn't responding as he had continued his sinister activities, he eventually wrote back, "Sorry, the freezer was jumping around."
Cruz, you're so funny.
$5. Asking for the N-word pass. I already have it. NVM then.
You're so funny. It's jumping around.
The following day, Cameron and Cruz stuffed Kimberly's lifeless body into a hockey bag. Cameron, the stronger of the two, was able to carry the bag to the public bus stop, where they, along with Kimberly's corpse, boarded the bus heading for a popular hiking trail. Getting off the bus.
Hey, chat, I've never had Cracker Barrel. Should I try it today, chat? I don't think it's open for that much longer. I think for me to order, I think I have to order it soon. What do y'all think?
The child donated.
When does Cracker Barrel close?
Here.
Oh my god.
James donated $5. Does it bounce and clap? I wanna see shout out flamingo.
What? I guess. Wait. I guess the child has the pass now, right? Huh? Wait, hold on. Which child is that? Was that Xander? Wait, hold on. I think that's $50. I don't think that's 500. Hold up. 695 SEK to USD. What would you like to convert it from? What are you talking, bruh? Okay. SEK 6 what do you say? 695. That's $65. Okay, you're almost there, man. You're a tenth of a way there. All y'all are saying get the whatchamacallit. Everyone's saying get to the get Cracker Barrel. What should I get from there? Okay. I don't even know what they serve. I don't know nothing about them. What do I get from Cracker Barrel? Their pancakes. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not in a pancake mood right now. Gravy's disgusting. Who goes out their way and eats gravy? Psychopaths.
Near the Galloping Goose Trail, they carried the body into the woods and under a bridge. They covered the bag in the camping fuel that Cameron had purchased the previous day before setting it on fire.
Goodness.
During their time under the bridge, Cruz sent a message from his phone, one that he would come to regret. The boys then continued on as if
What was
nothing
the
had
message?
happened. Later that day, Cameron had brunch with his mother and grandmother, who ended up buying him a video game afterward.
Aww.
Cruz then spent the day at his house with a girl he was dating. All the while, Kimberly's family was worried sick and desperately searching for her.
Actually, okay, no, Cruz had red flags. Cameron didn't have red flags, but Cruz did, considering that he beat children. Why did she befriend a guy who was like throwing chairs on people's heads and dang near getting expelled? I guess people don't know how to choose their friends in high school. Okay, I see it. You know, that's what happens when you're young and dumb, but sadly some people don't get to experience being able to be out of that necessityism, you know what I'm saying? Which is sad. Okay, chat, I'm looking at the menu. Okay, so we have Southern fried chicken, home-style chicken, maple bacon grilled chicken. We have build your own, chicken and dumplings, mama's pancakes. Oh, we have the bee sting sandwich. Oh, so I definitely want some macaroni and cheese and green beans. I gotta get that for sure. Oh, Chad, I'm feeling kind of saucy over here. You know what I'm saying? When you look at food that just tastes that good, you just wanna, you feel like you're about to boo. I already had a burger earlier, so I'm not looking for burgers. I just, should I? I don't even eat that much, but like I like eating tiny bits of everything. So I kind of want to try their pancakes too. Their pancakes are so thick. Oh, those are the thickest pancakes I've ever seen. Oh my goodness gracious. Looking like Miracle with those thick things. Oh, sorry. Do not talk about Miracle like that ever again. She's a respectable young lady, and you will not sexualize her like that. You gotta be better. Look at Walkaroo right there, sleeping in his sleeping bag. Like, I'm really sitting down. I'm looking at this like offline screen. Y'all cannot tell me this thing isn't cold, bro. Look at it. Oh my God, look at Rimuru like sleeping, waking up and down. Look at this is just so fire, man. Sorry, I was beating my own. I was glazing my own willy. I didn't make it. You know, I thought of the idea, but I did not make it. Okay.
Around 7 p.m. that evening, a few hikers went under the bridge of the Galloping Goose Trail, where they discovered Kimberly's charred remains.
Okay.
They notified authorities, who immediately began an investigation. It only took 3 days for police to use dental records to confirm the identity of the body as Kimberly Proctor. Her family was utterly devastated. At first, investigators were bewildered. Who could be responsible for doing such a horrific thing to an 18-year-old girl? His friends and family set up a public memorial page in Kimberly's honor on Facebook. They kept close watch, scouring each post and comment for clues. You'd be amazed at how many people don't have a single privacy setting on there, said one of the authorities on the case.
What does that mean?
Cruz, already worried that his text message sent from the Galloping Goose Trail could be incriminating, grew more cautious about leaving any online traces that could lead the police to him.
Nope, it's already late. You're too.
Nonetheless,
99 cents. You're my favorite YouTuber FR.
Aw,
I love
thank
you,
you.
my little monkey.
Oh my God, even if I was a monkey, I wouldn't be little. I'd be so massive and significant. I hate you.
he couldn't fight back the desire to share the gruesome acts that he had. Nonetheless, he couldn't fight back the desire to share the gruesome acts that he had committed with his online gamer girlfriend, who lived in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Who?
He messaged her 5 days after murdering Kimberly, sharing with her that he wanted to tell her something important.
I thought your other, wait, so how many girlfriends do you have? Or is Hovakosha close? I don't know, bro. Do I look like a Canadian geographer, bruh?
And that he wanted the two to talk in a chat room in World of Warcraft.
Wow.
He chose the multiplayer online role-playing game as his medium because he thought the conversations were less likely to be saved than a traditional messenger.
Oh, you're such a silly goose.
He confessed the crime to his online girlfriend.
Why?
And even sent her links to news articles to back up his story.
Why would you do that?
Unsurprisingly to him, she responded, "I'll always be here no matter what you do."
Why? For what? I gotta wonder, bro. Like, he's a high schooler, no motion. He got nothing going on, bro. He just plays WoW. What do you mean no matter what he does? Are you just talking just to talk? I don't get it.
Cameron also confirmed Cruz's story to his gamer girlfriend through World of Warcraft. When the girl asked Cruz if he felt sorry for Kimberly's friends and family, and quote, "all whose lives you have ruined," Cruz replied, "No, I don't feel bad for them."
Wait, she sound like a snitch. That's a snitch line. That's a snitch type of line.
For the next few weeks, Cruz attended school intermittently, while fellow students mourned the loss of Kimberly. He had outbursts in class when the subject of Kimberly came up, telling one student, "I'm glad she's dead. I hated her."
Oh, you're not suspicious at all. What did she even do to him? Did she even do anything? She didn't do nothing. She got killed for nothing. Just for funsies. I'm so confused. I'm so confused.
Cruz and
Who donated $5. Hey Waka, how you doing, man? First time using Super Chat, but not your streams. Also love your streams.
I'd love to know how much earwax you got in those ears. I'm wondering if I could put my
donated
tongue in it.
$5. Waka, I will have fun with you after that. I will take you home and play Get Fried Chicken. Do you remember or 1 meter sub video dad and play the Salah thing, Bab?
What are you? You know what?
Cameron bragged to themselves over I hated her. Cruz and Cameron bragged to themselves over online chat rooms that they were getting away with the murder. Feeling confident.
What? Yo. Oh, man. Early internet, man. Those people were, they were dumb. I'll let you, someone text me, "Oh, yeah, I murdered
Cameron wrote
as soon as I see I murdered blank. 911's already dialed." Now I'm wondering if they're talking about game or real life. If I see a real life name and then I see articles, 911's already called. What are we saying? What do you, and why are you telling me? Why are you telling me what?
Cruz. Since we killed that and it wasn't too hard, we should do it again.
Oh, great.
Eventually, the two boys were brought in and questioned by police.
I mean,
Although
that's
they
pretty
admitted to seeing Kimberly the morning of her murder, they said she left early to go to school. Investigators weren't convinced, and it wasn't too long before they had enough evidence to monitor both of them officially. Cruz and Cameron had their homes bugged by investigators, along with their cell phones and
Those
even the
dirty
gazebo at
cockroaches.
a park where they hung out.
Oh my God.
They also traced their online searches and
Oh, yeah,
retrieved
it's over.
old texts and online
It's all over
messages.
for them, man.
In the end, the evidence collected accumulated to the equivalent of a staggering 1.4 billion pages of data and transcripts between the two of them.
Disgusting. How did you have so much data? Like 1.4 billion for them specifically? How much were they yapping?
Cruz and Cameron were both arrested on June 18, 2010.
That was a light search for
Both
the police
boys
officers.
were said to be extremely calm when taken into custody. 2 days later, police began to interrogate Cameron, but when they asked for specific details, Cameron toyed with police, saying,
I'm telling you the truth. I'm just not telling you.
Oh God. Oh God, we have real footage. Oh my God.
toyed with police,
Hold
saying,
I'm telling you the truth. I'm just not telling you every single little thing that happened down to the tiniest grain of detail that I can come up with in my mind.
That thing that says, he says that I can come up with in my mind. That's what he just said, where the subtitle didn't pick up, by the way. If y'all don't know, I speak fluent Japanese. So that's easy. That's easy to detect right there.
And trust me, there's a lot of really disgusting.
he told them that they burned the body, knowing that the bones would be left behind, but at least the evidence of the bruises and horrors acted out upon Kimberly's flesh would be gone. He also said, there's going to be a time and place one day when this is going to be so easy to tell. In a conversation recorded between the two teens that took place in a sheriff's van on the way to their first court appearance, Cruz could be heard telling Cameron about his interrogation. He said, they were really trying to stroke my ego, telling me how smart they think I am.
They're delusional. They have no clue what situation they're in at all, or they just don't care.
Cameron replied, I just laughed at half the things they said and just sat there with a big-ass grin on my face. Both Cruz and Cameron pleaded guilty to first-degree murder and indignity to human remains.
I don't understand why.
Even though both teens were minors at the time of the crime, the prosecution sought adult sentences.
That's first degree easily.
Almost a year after the murder, a Canadian court sentenced Cruz and Cameron to life in prison, with no chance of parole for 10 years. They were transferred to adult facilities.
What do you mean for 10 years? They shouldn't have no chance for parole, period. They were giggling and laughing at what they did. What are we talking about?
A more comprehensive offender treatment program is offered. One of these treatments includes chemical castration.
Chemical who?
Which is a drug treatment used in Canada to reduce the likelihood of recidivism in assault crimes.
What does recidivism mean? I guess likelihood of redoing it. What does recidivism mean? The tendency of reoffending. Okay. You know, I'm really good at context clues. The only thing I consistently got an A in was English and science.
Even though the sentence imposed was the maximum penalty for a juvenile under Canadian law, Kimberly's parents were not satisfied with the justice served. They wanted to see the boys pay for their crime with their lives. However, the death penalty is not an option in Canada.
I wasn't thinking.
Kimberly's mother, Lucy, told reporters, quote, when an animal is sick, you put them down. They're not even animals. I don't like to use that word because Kim was a huge animal person. Those two are monsters. Kimberly's father, Fred, would tell reporters outside the courtroom, These animals aren't rehabilitatable. They deserve to die a long, slow, horrific, painful death.
My
10 years
goodness.
later, on May 15th, 2020,
Huh?
Cruz faced a hearing to determine whether he was eligible for full parole
And it should be no,
escorted
right?
temporary absences.
And it should be no, right?
Joanne Landolt, Kimberly's aunt, said he told the parole board he wanted the escorted day passes because he wanted to go to church on Sundays, which is ridiculous because they have chaplains in prison.
Talk to him.
She was listening in to the hearing virtually due to COVID constraints. She added, "It's ridiculous. We could be going through this again."
Hold up. Hey, girl. Are you okay, girl? You scared? It's okay, girl. It's okay, girl. Hazel was banging against my door. I was so confused. She's scared because it's... Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Y'all are... She won't... Okay, but why did y'all both jump scare me? Because she banged on the door.
I was just telling you bye.
Bye, what? You're leaving again? No, because I'm preoccupied.
Okay, yes.
Bye, I love you. You want to lick my feet?
No. Make sure she doesn't get walking back.
Oh, God. Oh, when I sit down, I can just feel the soreness of my cheeks just full exposed.
Again and again and again. And who knows when Cameron's going to start trying? We're not going to see the end of this until they are dead or they are released.
Oh.
Cruz's parole was denied in the first 10 minutes, but he will automatically be eligible for parole again in 5 years.
Wait, they 10 minutes? That gotta be a world record or something. That's kind of crazy. There was nothing that man could say.
He can apply for escorted day passes anytime. Reports about the crime were careful not to blame video games, specifically World of Warcraft. However, the online chat room played a key role in gathering the evidence needed to convict Cruz and Cameron.
Real?
Recalling the tragedy, Kimberly's mother said, "It doesn't go away, and thinking about what she went through is beyond
For
horrific.
no reason. Like, there was no reason for her to get
Kimberly
targeted.
is gone forever."
Wait, why did she go to a Christian school to begin with? Because she had anxiety and was getting bullied. She was a poor girl having anxiety, getting bullied. Why do you just keep busting in here, man? It's terrifying. You feel me? And then you just leave. No hi, no what's up. You just come in here, sniff my feet, and go.
But Cruz and Cameron may one day be released and integrated back into society. What are your thoughts about the chance that these killer boys could eventually be let out of prison?
I think considering the fact that they were laughing and giggling and they just like literally didn't care, keep them in there. It's alright. What happened to my alert thing? What's going on right there? Dog, yes. Hazel just keep busting in and just, cause she's scared. Oh my God. Like, there's a hurricane on the coast. Like, man. Oh, now she's back. Hey. Hey. Oh, come here. Come here. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, girl. It's okay. You gonna give me space? Can I talk to my chat? Can I interact with the stream? Okay, you're gonna... Come on, just... I need you to scoot over. I don't want to run over your feet. Yep, just lay under the desk. Just lay under the desk, girl. Just... No, you don't jump. Don't jump. Okay. As you can see, I'm on father duty right now. There's no one. Why are you looking over there? There's no one over there. Can I at least have some space to get under my desk? Okay, all right. I'll guess I'll be operating from back here then. All right. Just F me then. Oh, I'm gonna just come in your stream and just get in your way. Cause now my name's Hazel and I just do whatever I want. Okay, this is the last true crime video we're gonna check out for the day. The Girl in the Wall, the disturbing case of Katie Beers.
Well, my story is...
In 1982, on the 30th of December, right between Christmas and New Year's Eve, a little girl named Katie Beers was born in the town of Mastic Beach, Long Island. But to people familiar with this case, she's ended up being known as the Girl in the Wall.
Tell me something. She threw me on the bed.
I just want my daughter back. $5. She busts into you, furry.
Huh? All right. What show had a terrible ending?
Truth Speaker.
Oh, they're talking about the ending of
Yo,
Game of
Daddy
Thrones.
Waka, can you try Negative Nancy or Kyle is Famous? Those are two choice-related game that I think you will enjoy. Ain't
Negative-
no party like a ditty.
Huh? No. See, I almost looked them up, and then you wanted to keep talking.
Please bring her back. And then I was screaming my brains out.
I heard her say a man was coming after her with a knife, and she said, oh my God, here he comes.
He started kissing me.
What?
Our biggest concern is that we find this child, well and safe.
Suspect 3, Katie's...
Hit her now.
The last time I seen her was when she was walking towards the machine. I started getting scared.
He
What?
boxed me in that little cubby.
_X donated $4.99.
Thank you, Unseen. Okay, now, your name, no, Brownie. Okay, Unseen, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. The way you have this video constructed in this first minute, this is fire. I'm gonna have to give it to you, man. Hold up. The Girl in
Kidnapped,
the Wall.
assaulted, trapped, and chained up,
Jesus.
9-year-old Katie Beers was abandoned by her mom, then used as a slave by her godmother and her sexually deviant husband, before eventually...
Okay, no, need to rewind that because I don't even think my brain understood what you just said.
Then used as a slave by her godmother and her sexually deviant husband, before eventually getting kidnapped and trapped in an underground dungeon.
What the... Okay.
For over 3 weeks, the Long Island police dug deep into this menagerie of characters, each more suspicious than the next, in hopes of getting their hands on the captive 9-year-old.
She's behind the wall. If she's behind the wall, she's not alive.
But to their surprise, she was already at it. She knew how to save herself.
She tried every strategy she could to make him change his mind and ultimately prevailed.
Okay.
This little girl at 10 years old changed a kidnapper's mind.
In the small hamlet of Bayshore, Long Island, busy little girl Katie is living a Cinderella-like existence. Since her mother abandoned her, she has been enslaved by her godmother, Linda, and her husband, Sal.
What is enslaved? What do you mean? Because that's a strong word to use, and we sure that's not Dan Snyder?
Was their servant, whether it was to do the laundry, to clean the bathrooms, to cook dinner. That was my purpose to her growing up. I was pretty much her slave.
But her service to Linda was the least of her concern, since the real monster in that house was none other than her own uncle.
From the time that I was 2 years old, I was sexually abused by my godmother's husband.
When she was 7 years old, Katie had enough, and she tried to tell her godmother the truth about her husband, but her reaction only made it worse.
She told me that I was a liar and to get out of her face.
Katie wasn't allowed to attend school and grew up completely isolated. The only friend she had was John Esposito, the typical family friend.
Your only friend is Jonas Badito, bro. What is Mr. Burrito gonna do for you, man? Look at his hairline. Oh my God.
The only friend she had was John Esposito, the typical family friend. But to her, their relationship was special.
I really didn't have any friends my own age. I think in my childhood, the thing that probably made me the happiest was when I got to spend time with John.
Mr. Burrito.
I would say I loved him. He was always a confidant, somebody that I would trust.
And
what was Burrito the kidnapper?
All of the abuse she already had to go through, Katie's life was about to take a turn for the worse.
2 days before my 10th birthday, I was abducted.
On that day, Katie was left with John, and together they went to Spaceplex, her favorite place in all of Long Island.
At Spaceplex, you could ride motorcycles, shoot baskets, or even ride a dinosaur.
For my 10th birthday, it was going to be just Big John and I.
John was nicknamed Big John by the local kids because he was a well-known member of the Big Brother Big Sister program.
That's like either a extremely strong green flag or a horribly red, Satan red flag. It's such a variety.
Whenever we would go to Spaceplex, I was happy. There was never really a care. There were kids running all over the place.
But her birthday would soon turn sour, as the worst thing that could ever happen to a child came to be.
It was a man kidnapped me and he had a knife.
She said a man, but it wasn't. Okay, so I don't think it's Burrito because she would have said Burrito unless she's getting held knife point. I'm so lost.
Oh no, here he comes. I gotta go.
Katie.
She didn't say Burrito, so it's not him.
That voice, calling out Katie's name, is Linda, her godmother. But while she was contacting the police, they were already on the scene with Big John at Spaceplex. They evacuated the site and searched for the rest of the day, but all of these efforts were in vain.
What did Burrito sold her? Oh my goodness.
He picked me up and carried me into the closet where I realized he was opening up a door to expose a tunnel.
Whoever got their hands on her was an extremely apt individual. That tunnel was set up behind the walls of his house and carefully crafted by an expert. Katie was forced to crawl until she reached a trap door.
And then he exposes this hole.
What?
And he opens up this door into this room.
The only word that I have to describe this room was a dungeon, a place.
Yo, what? Yo, what the hell is going on, man?
That I couldn't escape.
Inside, Katie saw a dirty mattress in a makeshift, soundproof casket surrounded by chains.
My captor looked at me and said, "This is your home now."
I heard
Was
her say
Mr.
a man
Burrito
was
the
coming
captor?
after her with a knife, and she said, "Oh my God, here he comes." So by the time I picked up the phone to talk to her, I got nothing.
This is all of what the godmother Linda had to say about the ominous call she received on the day of the abduction. This was enough to concern Dominic Verone, the head of the Long Island
What do
Police,
you mean?
the abduction.
Like that call was all we got? Like that's the only thing she cared about?
This was enough to concern Dominic Verone, the head of the Long Island Police Kidnapping Division.
By the time she gets to the machine, Katie had already hung up. That disturbed me because there's been a lot of times when these abductions are not really abductions. They're made to look like abductions.
And statistically, he was right,
You saw this young girl around?
as over 95% of kidnappings are actually perpetrated by close family members. But this wasn't the only unusual thing about that call.
It just struck me as not believable. And I immediately was disturbed by the fact that a 9-year-old child would use the word kidnap. Also, how does a 9-year-old child get away from an abductor and
get a
able
phone.
to use the telephone?
Mr. Burrito thinks he's slick. He said, Mr. Burrito said, "Hey, read this. We're going to call your mom and read this." Oh, Mr. Burrito.
But he had to put his suspicions on the side for now. The priority was Katie, as every minute counted in that kind of case. They needed to find her, and fast.
As much as I was concerned about some of the problems with the call, you did hear a girl in distress. This girl was in danger.
There was absolutely no trace of Katie at Spaceplex, almost as if she was never there. The only clue they had was the recording of Katie's distressed call to Linda, so Verone decided to bring out the big guns.
We sent the audio tape of that telephone call, as well as the device that it was recorded on, to the FBI.
Okay.
While he was waiting for the FBI, Verone continued his investigation. Naturally, he started by looking into the most likely suspects.
The main players were Marilyn Beers, the natural mother, a dysfunctional, incompetent mother.
Call her out then. Stand on it. Oh my goodness gracious googly goo. Who don't let me nut on you.
Linda Engelary, the godmother.
My main concern is to let people know how much I cared for her.
She was used by the godmother to run all kinds of errands. Sal Engelary had been charged with sexual abuse on Katie Beers.
So he got charged with Sagittary? Is that what you mean? He got charged with Sagittary pedonisticity? That's what you mean, right?
Little girl don't want to live in Mastic Beach with her mother.
But there was also a fourth suspect, outside of the family, the last man to see her before
Mr.
the abduction.
Burrito.
John Esposito, not a relative, but a family friend. He said something dirty happened.
The FBI eventually shared what they found with him. It seemed that Katie's call was made from a phone booth in front of Spaceplex, which is weird since they still had found no trace of her inside of the recreation center, and she apparently tried to call Linda 19 times before she decided to leave a message on her answering machine. But
19 times? Yo, Mr. Burrito, you were not smooth with it whatsoever, but somehow you had a carved out dungeon. Yo. See, I told you when it comes to working with kids, like the next tomorrow's teachings vid, what? When it comes to working with kids, it can either be the biggest green flag or the biggest red flag, man. There's no in between.
all of these clues were nothing compared to the result of the audio analysis the FBI carried out on the call.
I never forget the call I got from the scientists at the FBI lab who gave me the next bit of breaking news. It wasn't actually Katie who broke free and made that call. It was a recording. It was someone who tape recorded Katie and wanted us to believe, or it to seem, that the call came from that telephone booth next to Spaceplex.
Ooh, the detective was starting to put the pieces together, and it became evident that the culprit fooled them all. The kidnapping of Katie has been used as a front to something far more sinister.
The phone call was a scripted plot by an individual to make us think that Katie Beers was abducted.
Back at the dungeon, Katie knew what was going to happen and decided to fight as hard as she could. She noticed the door of the casket was loose and went at it.
Eventually, I had kicked it long enough and hard enough that that snapped, and I was able to kind of safely exit.
To her, this was such a breakthrough. She thought she may finally be able to find a way to escape, almost forgetting that the casket was, itself, inside of the dungeon.
Then I had nowhere to go. I remember trying to go on the shelf and see if there was anything there that I could use for some sort of self-defense. And there were a bunch of keys up there. So unknowingly, I grabbed one of those keys and hid it underneath the mattress.
Before she had the chance to
Oh, okay. So you're just a genius. A genius child. At 10, you're okay.
try to come up with a way to confront him, she heard him coming. It was too late now, as the footsteps started to get louder and louder.
As soon as he came down, he saw the door open, and he then raped me for the first time.
Okay. Okay. All right.
For the rest of her time in captivity, her abductor would assault her multiple times, every day, but out of respect for Katie, we won't be covering any of her subsequent assaults.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm not that curious.
I was able to have the TV on 24/7. It was on the news that I saw that the police had figured out where the call had come from They knew that it was pre-recorded.
This information led the police to put together a few theories regarding Katie's whereabouts.
There were still questions we had.
Meanwhile, Katie was able to hear each of her...
How deep was that tunnel in his house? How deep was that dungeon? When was it built? How was it built?
...family members' testimonies by watching the news, starting with Marilyn, her biological mother.
Just my daughter back.
When I saw Marilyn on the news...
She said Marilyn, not mom. That lets you know everything you need to know.
I think I cried a lot because I could see in her eyes that she had missed me and that she wanted me to be found. That gave me some relief and some hope.
Her mother was convinced that Linda and Sal were behind the kidnapping because they lost her custody after she filed charges against Sal for Katie's sexual abuse.
Our biggest concern is that we find this child, well and safe.
When Sal, my godmother's husband, was on the news saying that he wanted me to be found,
She was screaming, ha! I don't know why you want me to be found. You disgusting pervert.
Angry.
Yep.
If anyone had motive for her to be abducted or murdered, it was he who faced serious criminal charges for sexual abuse.
But Verone wasn't so quick to jump to conclusions, as he also had good reasons to believe that not only Marilyn could be the culprit, but that she may also have tried to frame someone else for her alleged crime.
Her mother, Marilyn Beers, and Little John, Katie's brother, became aware of what was going on with Katie, and there was ample motive that they may set up an abduction just to get her away from a bad situation.
Okay.
They'd be able to walk her out, have Katie make the phone call, tape record it, put it right there, and leave John Esposito holding the bags.
After a while, the investigation into the family members wore down.
So they think it was a collaboration between Katie's mom and Mr. Burrito. Okay.
Each and every one of them had solid alibis, and no clues were discovered at any of their residences, so the police started to look into the last man on the list, the most
Mr.
unlikely
Burrito.
suspect.
The investigators retraced
How
John.
is he the most unlikely suspect if he was the last one with her? That don't even make sense. Didn't he take her there? That means he's the most likely, right? Because they said, or did they not know that she went with him? I'm kind of confused. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm kind of confused. Don't bust it for me.
On Esposito's footsteps, but it was 30 minutes to an hour that we couldn't fully explain and appreciate. We obtained a search warrant and did a full inspection of John Esposito's residence, but there was no evidence of a crime.
The background check came in the next day and turned out to be extremely suspicious. Once they contacted the Big Brother Big Sisters Association, the program the suspect proudly claimed to be a member of, they learned the dark truth about Big John.
John Esposito painted himself as a big brother. Detectives discovered that he tried to join that organization,
but they said no.
They did a background investigation on him. We learned that he had been involved in abduction of a 7-year-old child.
Well, okay, he's the culprit. He already did it once. He did it once, learned from his mistakes, and spun back and tried to do it again. How is he out? How is he free? He's already done it before. What?
15 years prior to Katie's disappearance, and they ruled him out as being a big brother. We were ramping up the pressure on him, following him wherever he went.
This caught the attention of the media, who also started to scour around his house.
Police searched Esposito's property, the main house and the converted garage out back where he actually lived.
I knew that the #1 suspect was Esposito. I could see the news was camped out in front of his house.
And if you haven't guessed yet, the kidnapper was, in fact, John Esposito,
Oh man, I couldn't guess it was Mr. Burrito.
aka Big John. All along, the man Katie called her best friend was actually planning and scheming until the day he finally kidnapped her.
Yep.
Big John was
Makes
probably the last person that I could have imagined having ever hurt me in such a way.
Katie was relieved that the police finally got on the right track, but at this point, Verone doesn't have anything to incriminate Esposito. And even worse, he still had no idea what he did with Katie.
As each day went by, they were becoming more convinced that what we were going to find was not live Katie Beers, but a body of Katie Beers.
A few days later, Katie woke up in the dungeon.
Esposito had put a chain around my neck. I had realized that the key that I had grabbed was actually for the padlock. So I was able to at least release myself. Prior to unattaching it, I would count how many links were on the end of it and up to the wall as well.
When she would hear Esposito coming, she would quickly chain herself up again in the exact same way he did. But this
this is okay. She's straight out of a where's like the real life documentary of it? Actually, never mind. I wouldn't want to see the real life documentary. I stand corrected. Let's keep it in the video. We do not need to see this in live action. My fault.
Tended to happen less and less, since the police, convinced that he was behind her disappearance, almost never left him alone. Instead, they kept an extremely tight surveillance schedule around him and his house, and Verone even went inside to interrogate him.
And I could see it drain out of his face, the concern. I was very disturbed and very concerned that John Esposito had something to do with her abduction.
Out of options, Esposito started making desperate requests to Katie, but the little girl knew better.
Let's make police believe that you're dead. Play dead, I'll take a picture of you. Once police see that, they'll give up on you.
That literally doesn't make sense, because they would see it and they would be like, where did you get this photo from? Yo, Burrito, what are you talking about?
And Katie, the bright little girl, wise little girl that she was, knew that that could be her death sentence. And she refused to play dead and let him take a picture of her.
From that point on, I rarely slept, and I also did not eat any of the food that he could have altered because I was fearful that he might put something.
How did you know all that? At the age of 9? How did you know?
In the food, a sedative, a sleeping pill, something, so that.
Okay, hold up. You are kind of a genius. That's kind of sad having to know all that at that young age. That's really crazy.
Way he was able to get the photo that he wanted, so the police would stop looking for me.
After this, Katie decided to confront him, to barrage him with questions in hopes of making him realize the insanity behind his actions.
How I was going to go to school, what I was going to do to survive. I wanted to get married and have kids. And he would always have witty remarks right away, like, oh, you'll have kids with me, you'll marry me, you'll do this with me. So I would always tell him, no, I don't want to do that.
I was disgusted. I was 10 years old. I was trying to get him to think about the long term of him kidnapping me.
Esposito began to crack between the overwhelming police presence, Verone constantly tailing him, and Katie's incessant nagging and questioning. He confided to her that he was planning to either end his life or run away. She knew that if she let it happen, he would probably kill her or leave her to die in the dungeon.
I told him that I was sick and I wasn't feeling well. I think between the police department laying on him at his house all the time and my questions, and then me saying that I wasn't feeling well, finally wore him down.
So all of this.
That man got nagged out of kidnapping. Oh my, that's kind of crazy when you think about it. He got nagged out of it. Speaking of nagging, this dog is still right here under my legs. My legs are currently on my desk because I can't comfortably have my legs on the ground. Hazel's just right here underneath me.
This pressure is mounting. He finally speaks to his attorney. He says, I have something very important to tell you. And he tells him, I know where Katie is. And the attorney says, what do you mean? He says, she's behind the wall.
And this is where Verone and everybody else involved in the case.
She's behind the wall. It just sounds like a crazy plot twist in a movie, bro. All of this is like insane.
Understood that John Esposito wasn't your usual kidnapper, but an actual mastermind.
Esposito escorted police and the district attorney through all the steps of unearthing the dungeon, and police watched incredulously as he went through this 30-plus step process of revealing the dungeon that he had built.
There was a bookshelf with wheels on it, and you'd have to pull that out.
Okay.
And then there was vinyl laid on the floor, and you pulled the vinyl back. Okay. And then there is a 200-pound concrete block that's there. And you had to know to go into the garage and get this block and tackle, to hook it in the ceiling, to hook it into the 200-pound block, and then raise this block up. And then you drop down about 7 foot into this underground chamber, and then there's a passageway. And as you crawl, you dropped into this underground chamber where Katie was kept.
Apparently,
how do you even build that?
This whole affair had been in preparation for years before he took her.
I had realized that I had actually played in this underground dungeon while it was being built. So he had this vision.
He built a vision for her Yo, yeah, John, I don't even know how they let you out the first time. I have no clue how they let you get away with kidnapping a 7-year-old and you coming back out. But bro, forever. Just like, what are we talking about?
To build this underground dungeon. And when he had this vision, it was specifically to kidnap me.
When Verone finally broke in, Katie couldn't believe what was happening to her.
The door opened and there was a man that I didn't recognize. And I remember them saying, "We're the police, you're safe now."
I was just overjoyed. She was alive.
You all right, Katie?
Verone was similarly surprised, but for a different reason.
We were amazed.
This is why everyone doesn't, deserve children. Because they can't protect them, they don't care for them, so on and so forth. Like, what are we doing here, bro?
To see a 9-year-old look like she just come back from a trip to the movies. She's sitting in the sofa, bubbly, upbeat, and we just knew from that moment on that she was going to be a survivor.
Now in the hands of the police, Katie finally revealed the truth about what happened.
He was supposed to do the safe house, but never did.
John Esposito had confessed to everything. Esposito was convicted of kidnapping in the first degree, and he was sentenced to 15 years to life.
Why did y'all re-up on his 15-year sentence when it didn't work the first time? He already did that. Came out and he prepped for Wait, I don't think he faced 15 years. Because look, they said 15 years prior to him kidnapping old girl,
Games donated $4
he was arrested.
99 cents. The white part of your watermelon makes you hard.
Shut up. So that means he was only in jail for a few years. He was only, for the first abduction, he was only in jail for a few years. Because he was able to... Yo, what the flip?
Only did the detective save her from Esposito, but throughout his investigation, Verone uncovered all of the abuse she had suffered at the hands of the people who were supposed to take care of her, and decided to place her into foster care.
I entered foster care as soon as I was released from captivity, and that was a salvation for me. I had a mom, I had a dad, I had brothers and sisters. It was absolutely fantastic.
They also continued the legal procedure against her Uncle Sal and successfully put him behind bars.
So none of the other
to this day,
didn't?
Katie will always be grateful towards Verone, as he saved her in more ways than one.
For 17 days, I was his life. He was one of the ones that just did not give up. And I'm grateful of the relationship that I have with him.
I wrote a letter to Katie after the whole thing was over. Dear Catherine, I don't know you very well, but what I do know is enough to show you as a remarkable young girl with a strong determination to live. My only wish is that we could have found you sooner and you didn't have to be down there so long. Not many adults could endure or survive what you went through. Be proud and continue to be strong. I know you will be successful.
In the end, she was a true survivor, refusing to let her past bring her down. Instead, she achieved everything she ever hoped for.
My life is exactly what I had always wanted. 2 parents who love me.
Hey, she better than me. I would have went on a cutting ding-a-ling spree. Everything that has something in between their legs, I'm cutting it. Sorry. But I'm just saying it how it is.
Full family. I'm tearing up.
He tried to trap and use her, but she liberated herself. Today, she is a best-selling author and works with the National Center for Missing and Exploited
I
Children.
think the best part of my story is knowing that you can recover and you can persevere and your life is 100% what you make it to be.
She wants every survivor of any kind of abuse to know that they are more than what happened to them.
I was determined to not let my childhood traumas come into my adulthood. They've shaped me to who I am, but they don't define me.
Okay, Sal was sentenced to 4 to 12 years in prison for it. What do you mean 4 to 12? First off, 12 is too little, but 12 should have been the minimum. What do you mean 4? He died, blah, 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 I don't care. What happened to Mr. Burrito? He died in the prison that very same day. Oh my God. How long was the sentence gonna be though? Yo, Unseen. This was a masterpiece, bro. Round of applause. This was beautifully constructed, dude. I'm not gonna lie, man. Yeah, they 100% murked that dude in prison. 100%. Okay. I think my Cracker Barrel is here. Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel. It's a Cracker Barrel. It's the Cracker Barrel. Okay, so after this, we're gonna watch something a little bit more tame. You know, because, you know, we went through like 3 back-to-back nonsense-nesticism. So we're going to watch something a little bit more tame. But my barrel of crackers here. So I'm about to go get that. So while I'm gone, I want y'all to tell me y'all favorite animal and why. I'm going with cats because they taste the best. The only welcome I ever ate is your girl bully on my plate. The only welcome I ever ate is your goodie, your girl bully on my plate. I might just whip it out. I might just, Walker's dog, ferrets, skibbity cat. Okay. Skibbity cats? Snakes, ducks, dogs. Why are snakes and dogs in the same conversation? You're a disgusting human being. Pandas are nice. If you're a fan of reptilians, you're disgusting. You disgust me, period. Point blank period, you disgust me. And there's nothing you can do about it besides, you know, just fixing yourself. Turtles. Yo, I just realized did they not give me sauce? They want me to raw dog this chicken. They want me to raw dog. Hey, get away! Hey, move from my chicken! They want me to raw dog this. You know, I don't. Hold on. Let's give it a raw dog for a second. Hold up. What are y'all welling? Hey, what are y'all wait, hold up. Hold up. I don't like what y'all are doing here. Okay. It doesn't need sauce, but everything tastes better with barbecue. Oh yeah. I'm gonna enjoy this beauty a lot later. Dear Mama Sita, you're making me cream. Okay. Let's get into this video. Okay. Stupidest reasons people call 911.
You call 911? But did you say you killed 2 people or something like that? Okay, how old are you?
Hey,
Oh, I remember that where he was just playing the game. He accidentally called. Okay, I remember that one. That's not the stupidest reason people called it. I mean, it was just an accident. Butt dialed, you know? Everyone's butt dialed their granny before, you know what I'm saying? You're in the middle of taking a fat poo, and you're just like, ugh. And then granny answers the phone. They're like, hello, honey. You're just like, goodness gracious. And then she's like wondering why you're yelling at her. We all been through there, done that. All been through that. Been there, done that. That there. Shave your pubes. They stink.
A man in a blue hoodie just pulled a gun on me. Okay, and is he still there? Yeah,
man calling police on himself to do something unthinkable.
He's running away.
Over 600,000 911 calls are made daily.
Okay.
A large number of these calls aren't actual emergencies. Here are 4 cases of people who dialed 911 for bizarre reasons, starting with the craziest of them all. It was an unbelievable scene in Fort Wayne, Indiana, when 18-year-old Wyatt Beckler made a very disturbing...
Shout out Caitlin Clark. Shout out Kelsey Mitchell. Shout out Aaliyah Boston.
call to 911, which he happened to record.
410 Poplar. Hey, a man in a blue hoodie just pulled a gun on me. Okay, and is he still there? Yeah, he's running away. Is he white, black, Hispanic? He's white.
The weirdest thing happened. Beckler reported an armed person threatening people, then described himself in detail, which essentially amounted to swatting. However, swatting typically involves the caller targeting someone else, not themselves. Which made this very odd. Police officer Andrew Fry was sent to the location. Upon sighting Beckler, he drew his weapon because reports indicated the suspect might be armed.
I got a male in a blue hoodie right here at Poplar and Hoagland.
So was he just bored or something? Had nothing better to do.
Let me see your hands real quick. Come back here. Hey, come back here. Get your hands up.
And then he doesn't want to comply? What is...
He's walking northbound on Hoagland. He's refusing commands.
This is... He's refusing commands. Hey, you know what? Hey, you know what you do to them colored folks when they don't comply? That's all I'm gonna say. Hey, you know what you do to them colored folk?
The officer was under immense pressure, as police officers are generally advised to use non-lethal force on suspects. However, the fact the suspect might be wielding a gun made the whole situation very tricky.
Let me see your fucking hands now!
What is he doing this for? This is weird.
Keep your hands up and walk back to me now!
I got one at gunpoint.
Like, what is...
Keep coming to me, keep your hands up! Face away from me and keep your hands up. Face away from me and keep your hands up. Keep walking
He said
back.
face your way. There you go.
Stop there. Get on your knees now. Keep your hands on your head. Get on your knees. Stop.
It appeared Beckler was attempting to provoke the officer and...
Yeah, like he just not... Like, this is just weird. Hey. You know what you do to some colored folk when they don't comply now? That's all I'm saying.
To using force. However, this took a shocking turn when the suspect suddenly did this.
Get on your knees.
What'd he do?
Get on your knees. Now. Get on your knees, dude.
Beckler attempted to pull something out of his pocket.
Are you serious, dog? He has no friends. No parents that love him. He doesn't have no one who loves him in his life. That's what this is. This is what happens when you have the lack of love in your life. Cause what are you doing, bro?
Pocket, prompting the officer to shoot him 3 times.
Shots fired, 1 down.
Beckler was discovered to have had a knife. He was rushed to the hospital, but the gunshot wound proved to be fatal. Investigations revealed Beckler's mental health issues, along with his online activities of...
So he must have wanted to commit suicide, but not been the one to do it. That had to be it.
Watching and researching murder by cop videos. The prosecution office deemed the officer's use of force justifiable and did not press charges against him. Beckler's case was quite sad, but the person in the next case could be considered the
okay. He wanted to commit suicide, but he didn't want to do it himself. Okay, which makes this even just sad. That's what that just makes it. It just makes this extremely sad.
To ever call 911 on January 3rd, 2020 case could be considered the strangest to ever call 911. On January 3rd, 2023, police officers responded to a civil complaint about a man whose auto work wasn't completed despite making full payment. As the officer approached the complainant, he could immediately sense something was off.
I had an appointment. I had a breathalyzer thing in my car that needs to get swapped out every month, and they do an evaluation on it. I paid for it over the phone by credit card. I already did all that.
What?
And now he won't do the work on my car when he's already got my money and everything else.
What?
You won't do the work or what? Yeah, he told me he won't do the work.
The customer said he was there to get his breath alcohol ignition interlock device checked out, which was a red flag in itself. These devices are typically court-ordered for DUI offenders to operate a vehicle, while police aren't supposed to profile individuals based on
donated $4.99. Oil up.
Anything for you, Giga fella.
Appearance or situation. This individual had too many things off about him.
Why are you sweating so much? Because it's hot. I've been sitting in the car for an hour and a half. I got no AC.
Just keep your hands out of your pockets while we're talking.
I called you.
I understand that. I treat everybody the same way. It's no disrespect.
He was sweating a lot, which he attributed to the heat, and seemed tense when asked to take his hands out of his pockets. Subsequently, the officer questioned the mechanic, whose testimony was an eye-opener.
What's going on?
Trying to get him out of here, and when I was doing the download, his camera didn't work, okay? And then all of a sudden he blew up on me. Oh, the camera's fine, right? I'm on the phone with tech support, trying to remedy the problem. So he got all in my face about it, and I just said, look, I don't need this. And I just packed up my shit and got off the truck, and I pulled it in. I said, you gotta go somewhere else.
Most DUI interlock devices are equipped with a camera. These devices detect the driver's breath alcohol level and prevent the vehicle from starting if the level exceeds 0.02 blood alcohol content.
You have to be like a mean alcoholic driver, right? Or is this only it only takes one time? I don't know. But I've never having it hooked up to your car. Bro, just put the alcohol down.
test. The cameras are there to ensure the driver conducts the test genuinely, and tampering with the cameras is a very serious offense.
If you look at the camera face right there, and you just touch it, you can feel the tape residue left on it. I told him you better stop doing it. And I keep telling him he's tampering with it. And I'm like, okay.
Did you drive in here today?
Yeah.
While it wasn't confirmed that the driver personally tampered with the camera, the damage itself raised suspicions. When the officer returned with additional questions, with a backup officer now present, the situation started to escalate.
How is he sweating so much? He says my camera's disconnected. He's like, oh, the camera's disconnected. I was like, no, the camera's absolutely not disconnected, and if it is, I don't know anything about it. We got to get in the computer and check diagnostics on this. But then he tells the guy that it had sticker or tape or something over the camera part.
Yeah, this guy, he's an extreme alcoholic, Chad. This is why you should stay away from alcohol. I know y'all aren't going to listen regardless because, you know, when you get told not to do something, it's inclined for y'all to do it more. So that's why I say always do crack, because now y'all are like, oh, why is he telling me to do it? I don't want to do it no more. You know, reverse psychology, because some of y'all are a little stupid.
He starts telling him he can't do it because of that. Long story short, the guy got his money. He got paid into it.
Why are you so nervous?
I'm not nervous, dude. I'm frustrated.
Your pupils are pinpoint.
Who cares? I'm high as hell. Is that what you want to hear? Can we get
so you drove here high as hell to get
I'm not high, dude.
You just said.
I was being sarcastic. I was just trying to move this along.
I'm not paid to be sarcasm.
I got high after I got here.
Well, you admitted.
I got high after
you just
I
got
got
here.
You didn't take that as sarcasm.
The driver can't seem to stop making bad decisions. Firstly, calling the cops while potentially intoxicated, then admitting to driving under the influence of drugs, and later asserting that he was being sarcastic.
Weird.
I know.
How are you gonna get out of here?
What is this conversation?
What are you talking about?
Put your hands behind your back.
For what?
You're being detained. You said
for what? For what am I being?
Suspicion of narcotics.
That's not illegal.
Hands behind your back.
This is crazy.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably not. It's probably not alcohol. It's heroin this time.
However, in addition to the series of bad decisions, he made another one, which made matters worse.
Did he assault him?
Possession of narcotics.
Possession? Where's the possession at? Where's your possession?
Hey,
no. Where's the possession at?
Have a seat.
No, dude.
Have a seat, or you're gonna go to jail.
You're trying to do that. Let me sit out here like a normal person. If you want me to, no. What's your suspicion?
I'm going to ask you one last.
That's not illegal.
Sit out.
Okay, he's about to spit on him. I think he's about to spit on or kick him.
Dude, get the leg in.
He's gonna stop by his leg. What's he gonna do?
Come on back out. Now you're getting searched incident to arrest.
What?
Why am I getting searched?
Obstruction of justice. Resisting an officer without violence.
Oh.
I'm not resisting.
You just did.
Oh my
How did
goodness.
I resist?
You're going to jail, my dude. I ain't playing your games.
You're breaking the law.
His situation deteriorated from being detained to now facing arrest for resisting.
No, dude. You know my dad's a Fed. You know my dad's FBI.
I don't.
You don't care.
Yeah. President of the United States.
And you're gonna still arrest me on these bullshit charges? You know what he's doing's fucked up, man. Hey, let me talk to you.
No.
You know what he's doing's fucked up.
Get your foot in the car.
Come on, dude. You know what he's doing's fucked up.
They searched his vehicle and discovered an unidentified substance, which was later confirmed through testing to be marijuana.
But you're being arrested for resisting without violence.
Marijuana, man. We don't care that he was high on marijuana. Let's be honest. We truly don't care. Weed. That's what we're talking about. We're throwing a hissy fit over weed now. It's 2024, man. We truly don't care.
Okay.
You got your body camera on, right?
Yep, it's been recording this entire time.
Okay, great. I'm taking it to trial. I swear to God, I'm taking it to trial.
You're also getting a civil citation.
So, without being without anything charged against me, just your suspicion, I can be placed in handcuffs and put back in your car.
For my safety, absolutely.
Absolutely cannot.
Yep.
I can sit on the curb right there, just like this, and you can do anything about it. Well, I'm taking it to trial. I swear to God, I'm taking it to trial.
That's fine. You're under arrest. I'll see you at the jail. Move your foot.
He was booked to jail and was charged with resisting without violence, and additionally received a civil citation for THC possession.
Okay.
If you're enjoying this video so
like,
far,
what does that do though? You know what I'm saying? Like, how long is he in jail for? Like, is it even that big of a deal? It don't sound like a big deal to me.
Forget to like and subscribe. You might think that last suspect was a little off base for making jokes about being high, but wait until you meet Eric Sims.
And then he grabbed my phone, slammed my phone on the ground, jacked me up on my shirt, and told me to get the fuck out of there. Yes, I want him arrested.
On June 8th, 2022, a Wisconsin officer responded to a call at a business in La Crosse from an employee named Eric Sims, reporting an assault. The officer made contact with Eric Sims, unaware of the kind of individual he was dealing with.
Incident today at the office here?
Yes, I want him arrested.
Okay, well, before we get to any of that, I need to know what happened.
All right. The owner called me about a call I did this morning.
Got you.
And
English or
she's trying to
Spanish?
say that I could've towed
Japanese.
the car. I tried to explain to her why I couldn't. She got mad, hung up on me. I came over here to try to.
Anime,
I was
yeah,
coming over here to
it
talk.
before.
I got
I
to the
was
door.
stroking by myself.
I was yelling at her.
DXD on the
Her son
screen.
came running out of the bathroom, jacked me up on my shirt, and told me to get the fuck out of there.
Okay.
Fucking, he grabbed me by my shirt.
Yeah.
And pushed me off of the steps.
Okay.
And pushed me into the truck that's
Got
right
you.
next to the steps.
Uh-huh.
And then I had to hit the truck. And then he grabbed my phone,
Yeah.
slammed my phone on the ground. I went to go grab it, said I
Okay.
was calling the police. He grabbed my phone again, and then grabbed me by my shirt and holding my phone like that. I told him, I said, you know you're going to jail now. That's an assault.
Eric's account matched what he had told dispatch, but the experienced cop couldn't just arrest the other employee, as Eric had requested, without hearing his side of
Yeah, I just heard about like a bunch of yapping to me. You know what I'm saying? To defend yourself. No.
First, the officer proceeded to question the other
Oh,
employee.
this guy jacked you up by your shirt. Let's do a side by side real quick. Hold on. Okay, we see you. Bro, okay. All right. Oh, yeah. Sure.
Which appeared to be a right
Sure.
move considering the account provided by the employee.
Hello. Are you Josh? No, Josh. Mind if I talk to you out here real quick?
I was in the back room doing some stuff. He comes in the
Cocaine.
office and instantly, nothing out of his mouth but screaming, just instant screaming, top of his lungs. I step out there, and Shay, the other officer guys out there, we ask him immediately, you need to go. You need to go outside, we'll deal with this later. Continue to scream and be in our face. So we open the door, asked him to leave.
There were discrepancies between the complainant's account and Josh's testimony, highlighting the necessity for cops to gather information from multiple people before taking action.
Who do we
As Josh
believe, guys?
elaborated on the incident,
Skinny
the
guy
officer
or fat
gained
guy?
a clearer understanding of the situation and began to grasp the kind of person
Skinny or fat guy? Which one we believe in?
Guided him out like this. Okay. And then so he walked down the stairs. He tripped on the stairs.
These stairs here?
No,
Oh.
in the garage.
Okay.
He tripped on the stairs, kind of stumbled, dropped his phone, and that was that. We've had issues with him yelling before. We've had issues with him being violent before. A while ago, he
You know, I'm
actually
always on the
almost ran
on the
me
side
and
of the
Shay
big
over
backs.
with his car. I just wanted him out, and to be honest with you, he's a problem. He's a felon. Okay. I know he's had past issues in the past. I've given him as many chances as I can. Honestly, the only reason he's still here is because I said let's give him a fair shake and a chance. 8:30 in the morning, coming in, instantly screaming at the owner, who's also a woman.
I'm team
I
big
just don't
back.
understand where someone thinks that's okay.
The officer questioned more employees, who corroborated the other employees' testimony, confirming Eric was the aggressor and had a previous altercation with several other employees. The officer, having
$4.99. I just made some rice,
Okay.
shrimp,
Okay.
broccoli with cheese sauce, waka yummy face, yummy
Oh my god. Oh my god. Why are you telling me you're not sharing? Hey Paige, why are you telling me you're not sharing? That's the real question. When you gonna share? When you gonna slide us some? You know what I'm saying? Or you just want to flex just to flex? Well, since you're gonna flex like that, you're getting banned. Refuse to share, come in here yapping, oh, look at me, I got this, I got that. Yeah, you're banned. I hate to break it to you.
consulted all parties, proceeded to handle the matter in the most professional manner, but Eric was out for blood.
So essentially, so you came here yelling and screaming, you're upset with Sue, I get it. That's not acceptable behavior. It doesn't excuse what happened with Josh. So essentially, if you want to pursue charges, then you're also going to be charged with disorderly conduct. They don't want to pursue charges against you, but you can't come into a place of work yelling and screaming and causing a scene.
Disorderly conduct for a place that I work. Okay, do what you guys got to do.
Okay. Is that what you want done? Is that what do you want to be charged with that and have him charged as well, or?
It don't matter. You can go ahead.
What do you mean it don't matter? It does matter.
We both can go to jail.
Okay.
Can I park my car?
Eric basically said he doesn't mind going to jail as long as his alleged assailant goes to jail too.
Hey, that's
which was
a
very
crash
odd,
out,
as
bro.
any person in their right
That's
state
a
of
nasty
mind
crash
would
out.
typically try to avoid jail. However, the confusion continued as Eric's subsequent actions became even more baffling.
I'll have to make a phone call. I don't think anybody's going to go to jail, but you can be charged with it.
Hey, you want to come down here and get my car? Because now they're talking about that I have to go to jail.
You don't have to go to
pressing
jail.
charges on Josh.
That's not
You
what he
can get a
said.
signature bond. You don't have to go to jail.
I'm on probation.
Okay.
So-
You still don't have to go to jail.
I want him to go to jail. What he fucking did, put his hands on me and slam me in the chalk.
Okay,
You guys
so
are not
we
gonna
could
arrest
tell
me?
by the get-go he be exaggerating, just flipping ish. We see you. What's his name again? Big Backy? Big Backy, calm down, bro.
That's bullshit.
Eric seemed to have a jail wish, as he went as far as informing the cop about his probation status in an attempt to get himself and the other employee locked up. The cop had further conversations with Josh, telling him Eric wanted to press charges, which clearly didn't sit right with him.
Right. I mean, he's a felon. He's trying to sell me weapons. He's got guns in his possession. I'm not trying to go down that rabbit hole. I just want him gone.
Right. No, that's what I told my partner. That you guys just want him gone. You know. And
Okay,
just
so he has
wanna
weapons.
cut ties, I
So
guess.
Big Backy, he might hurt
Cop,
somebody.
recognizing that the situation was a minor issue escalating due to their egos, went ahead and made a decision, which, from Eric's reaction, wasn't quite popular with him.
Just based on the information we're getting inside and based on the totality of what happened here today, you don't have to get arrested. He doesn't have to get arrested. What we're going to do is we're going to issue you both a disorderly conduct ticket.
Okay.
How are you gonna He put his hands on me, so you're not gonna arrest him for him putting his hands on me.
I'm not today, no. Just based on the
Okay,
circumstances.
can I have your supervisor come out, please?
Yeah, I'll give him a call after I issue your ticket, okay?
They both received a $187 ticket for disorderly
Oh man, that's
conduct.
light work. I'll put my hands on him again. 187. I'll put my hands on him again. Come see me again. I'll share Walker. Yeah, no, you're a liar, bro. Paige, we don't believe you no more. You know what I'm saying? You're just a liar.
Much to Eric's dissatisfaction, as the officer went to write the tickets, Eric, not finished with the situation, decided he really needed that jail time.
Go fucking stand over there.
Oh.
Get away from him.
Oh my God.
Stand over there. Go stand over there and stop running your mouth. Just don't listen to him. Just don't listen to him.
I would like to do whatever I need to do to.
Yeah, I know.
He just threatened me in front of the officer.
No trespass. No.
Yes.
Well, why did you come out here though and go near him?
Yeah, but you guys let him fucking.
I want to hear.
Get in your car and drive.
I want to hear why he came out. Cause why did he come out? Cause he's instigating, and I rock with it. I rock with the instigation, but I need him to be truthful to his instigating ways. You know what I'm saying? Like he not being honest enough.
Okay, things are done here.
That's just bullshit.
Eric, just drive away. You can get your stuff later, okay?
None of them were taken to jail, but had to contend with the tickets for disorderly conduct instead. I don't think we've ever seen anyone who wanted to go to jail as badly as Eric before.
What does he look? He kind of look like Dream. He's a black-haired Dream.
However, he just got let off with a ticket. The outcome was very different for the individual in the next case.
Is everyone inside okay?
He said that he killed 2 people, but he was talking about on the game.
On January 5th,
Yeah, I
2023,
remember
heavily
this.
armed
I remember
deputies
this
from the
one.
Boone County Sheriff's Department swiftly responded to a location following
That
a
might just be
911
Dream.
call
He's
in
switching
which
up.
the
He's
caller
switching up
claimed
the
to have
career
killed
choices.
2 people. Upon arrival, they immediately drew their weapons, which made sense given the reported situation.
So turn around. Turn around. Turn around. You got me covered? All right, just put your hands behind your back. I'm not going to cuff you right now. Do you have any weapons on you or anything sharp? Nope.
The caller, Elijah Matthew.
No, but I
cooperated
got, hey, I got these breasts, and they can be used as weapons now. Back up. Yeah! Sorry, was that fat phobic? My fault. My fault to all the fats in chat. I didn't mean it.
fully with the officers. However, despite his cooperation, the officers proceeded cautiously, conducting a pat-down for their safety. As they began questioning him, it started to appear that the situation might not be what they initially expected.
What'd you say when you were on the phone accidentally?
I can't remember. All I remember is the 4-minute phone call. What's your name, bud? Okay, you can relax. Okay, so this was just an accident. You called 911. Did you say you killed 2 people or something like that?
Rainbow Six Siege. I had my headset on.
Okay, how old are you?
17.
You're 17. Do you have a driver's license or no?
No.
Okay.
I don't have a driver's license.
Are you?
Oh, he's bringing out that little sketchbook from Blue's Clues. What you about to say? What type of clue you about to draw today? I'm not gonna lie, bro. the way Steve would satisfyingly just open his notebook and sketch something on Blue's Clues, that's the only time I've ever thought of wanting to draw anything in my life. I hate drawing. I think I pretty much hate art. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn about no paintings. I don't care about none of that. But when Steve would whip out his pad, something, ooh, it would just do something to me.
Okay.
It appeared the 17-year-old caller accidentally dialed emergency services while playing a video game, which was quite reckless, as many victims of swatting haven't been as fortunate. While the cops seemed to believe his explanations, their protocol demanded a thorough investigation. As the caller was a minor, the officer requested to speak with his guardian.
Mom.
I know he's terrified. I know
I was
he's
playing the game, I
terrified.
had my headset on, and I butt dialed the police officer on accident.
They probably saw him. He was like, yeah, this is probably true. Yeah. Yeah, he was, honestly, I'm surprised it wasn't Super Smash Bros. I'm gonna keep it a buck. He looked like a Smash Bros. Player. That's really what they think. That's really what they thinking for real.
I was in the game, you know how I act when I'm in the game. And so 4 of them came here.
Do you want me to talk to your mom?
Yeah, you can.
You're not in any trouble, man. If it's an accident.
Hey, is this Elijah's mom?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, so what happened is, I guess he's saying that he was playing a video game, and in the process of accidentally calling 911, he said that he killed 2 people, but he was talking about on the game. So we thought that there was a double murder, so we showed up to your house with a bunch of us. That's why we're here talking to your son, okay?
Yo.
So there's nothing to be worried about, okay?
Yeah, I got a call.
Yeah, we're just trying to, we're just doing our due diligence here, trying to figure everything out and make sure that everybody's okay.
He's
because we have to do
Elijah
that
like
when we
here,
get-
like, I really hope they don't find those bodies. I was really playing Rainbow, but I did kill 2 people last week too. Hopefully they don't chase the hidden secret passageway in the basement. That you first have to go to the attic. You have to press that button in the attic. It opens the path in the kitchen. When you go into the kitchen, you press the 3-button code. It opens a gateway to my bedroom. Under my bed, there's like 4 passcodes you have to put in there, and then it opens the gateway to the basement. I hope they don't see that.
A 911 call. So
Elijah, I know who you really are.
Are you?
I know who you
nearby or
really
no?
are, Elijah.
No, I'm in Highland Heights at work.
Okay, well, we would like to just check out the inside of the house, if that's okay, just to make sure that.
Did you put the dogs away?
Yeah. Your son was telling us that the dogs need to be put up first, so I just wanted to talk to you before, so we can get your permission, okay?
Yep, that's totally fine.
Alrighty, well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, here we go. Put him away. You got the inside.
Okay, hold on for me. Let me just get my supervisor on speed with us here.
His story seemed to have checked out after the cop's conversation with his mom. However, the cops still had to be very thorough and leave no stone untouched.
Yeah, they have to be very thorough. Look at this man on the left. He's like, damn it, man! I thought I was gonna catch me one today. Golly! I wanted to kill a tango.
However, the cops still had to be very thorough and leave no stone unturned. Following a briefing with his supervisor, a few officers went with Elijah to check in the house. Unfortunately, we couldn't show the search, as the Boone County Sheriff's Office regulations prohibit video coverage inside residences. The
That's
cops
fair.
found nothing suspicious, which corroborated Elijah's account of events. The officers concluded.
Check his playtime, though. When was the last time he was on Rainbow Siege? That's what you should check. Go and see if it was the last time he was on Siege. Hey, if it says anything longer than 45, no, because he could have hopped on the game real quick. Okay, Elijah, you a smooth criminal for real. I see how you get down. I see. #1 victory royale. Yeah, for a night, you trying to get down. Get down, got cum on my board right now. I just busted in the potatoes. It's a tomato town. Wait, about to get. It's the. Hey, y'all know how we get down over here, bro. But speaking of getting down, it's time for me to get up out of this chair and in stream chat. So I hope you enjoyed this stream, man. I'll probably stream again Tuesday. Then after Tuesday, I don't know if I'll be able to stream for the rest of the week because I'm going to GalaxyCon. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoy this stream. Hope you have a wonderful rest of y'all night. Please sleep tight. And for the love of God, make sure the bed bugs do not bite. But they might.
That's all, folks.
Oh, wait, I like the way that them bed bugs nibble. They nibble all over my nipples. I like to grip on that booty and kiss you. I wanna grip on that booty and I just got my dog up in the issue. Hold up, I pop under my ear. I walk in the house and I step with no issue. Glock extended, yeah, it's my pistol. I'm about to bust on her waves. Wait, if you got dreads, I might just what? Whoa.